unbelievable that anyone could pay the prices they do.
What kind of prices are we talking?
The prices are depend on which country you're in, whether you're on the source side, the African side, or the end user side. In South Africa, according to Underworld figures I spent time with, it's about $3,000 a pound for rhino horn. That moves up by factors of 10. So you get rhino horn in Vietnam and China for $15,000 a pound, $30,000 a pound. And rhino horn is often sold for, its primary use is Asian medicine, so it's often sold by the gram. And if you start breaking it down into gram lots, then the prices just skyrocket from there.
What is it supposed to be therapeutic for people who believe that it is?
Yes, unfortunately, there was a statement a few years ago by a Vietnamese public figure who said rhino horn was good for cancer. And that is one of the main drivers now of rhino horn powder consumption, is it can cure cancer. It's believed to cure, there is a significant industry collecting venomous sea snakes for food. And those who collect those sea snakes, if they're bitten by the snake, rub rhino horn on it, believing it will cure them. It's used for hangovers. It's sort of a party drug of the moment. Aphrodisiac as well. And in fact, I looked into that, and the aphrodisiac, it's now sold as an aphrodisiac, but that's not because it's traditionally thought of as an aphrodisiac. It's rather that Western media has gotten it wrong for the last several years, claiming that it's an aphrodisiac, and the Vietnamese and Chinese started following that. In other words, they are now selling it even though it wasn't their idea. It was an error in Western media.
So rhino horns look like they're bony protuberances, but they're not bone. They're keratin, which is a protein that's in hair and in fingernails. So when somebody cuts off a rhino horn, like, how do they do it? What are they doing? And I should mention here that the horn eventually grows back, kind of like your fingernails do.
Yeah, no, that's the both amazing thing and the sad thing about the rhino is the rhino horn, unlike the tusk of an elephant, which is a tooth, the rhino horn will grow back if you cut it not too low, not too close to the head. It will grow back. In general, if you're doing it as a farmer of rhino, you drug your rhino and then you use a sawzall, a electric saw, to saw the end of the horn off. In the field, poachers will use a machete, and the way the rhino horn attaches to the skull of the rhino is sort of like a wart, I guess, and you can stick the point of your machete under that and pop it off the rhino's face. And when you're doing it quickly in the field, that's one of the ways they do it.
There's a photo that the photographer Brent Sturton took for your story of a rhino that had its horn taken off in the way you just described, and there's like a hole in his head where the horn used to be. It looks really horrible.
I've seen some of the worst things man can do to wildlife, and the worst for me is the way they take the horns off, or the way a poacher hacks a horn off a rhino's face. These aren't dead rhino most of the time. The way these poachers take out a rhino to do it quickly and most assuredly is they just shoot to break the rhino's front leg. The rhino goes down, it's immobile, you can go up, it doesn't have to be dead.
And it's experiencing all the pain.
All the pain. And in fact, the mother, this becomes difficult, but the mother will keen like a whale, and it will, and a baby that's fled out of fear will come back. And the poachers don't shoot that baby. They'll hit it in the spine with their machete to paralyze it, so that they save a bullet.
What? Why not just let the baby live?
They want the baby's horn too.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, so there's a little baby horn they can take.
Yeah, every ounce.
Huh. So one of the people you spoke to for your article is a rhino farmer, John Hume. And his argument is, first of all, he owns them. And second of all, this is great for conservation because rather than poaching them and hurting them, he immobilizes them, anesthetizes them, cuts off the horn in a place so that it can still grow back, so that the animal doesn't feel pain and isn't permanently damaged in any way. So he asked, what's wrong with that? So what do conservationists have to say in answer to that?
I think there are two primary concerns. First, in a perfect world, John Hume's absolutely right. The rhino, as he puts it, the rhino can pay for its own protection. You can dart your rhino, cut the horn off, the rhino is fine afterwards, and sell the horn, and you can use the money to pay for conservation of that rhino and other rhino around the world. The problem is that we don't live in a perfect world, and the level of corruption in these legal systems is extraordinary. And when you open the door to a legal trade, you also open a door to a new level of illegal activity. And that's the fundamental insight for me of this project, the last year I spent in the rhino world, is that the legal systems in place in South Africa are incapable of policing most forms of crime in South Africa, let alone wildlife crime, which is a very low priority in general.
So right now, the rhino horn trade is illegal in South Africa. But what John Hume, who is a South African rhino farmer, is doing is banking rhino horn. He's hoping and expecting that someday soon it's going to be legal to sell them. So he has, hundreds and hundreds of horns in safe places, ready to be sold as soon as it becomes legal to sell them. And how many horns does he have?
He's got 5 tons of horn at least in stockpiles. He has a security service that comes to his farm twice a week to collect the horns that he's cut for that week. And you're right, the estimated value of his collection at the moment is $45 million in horn, banking on the ban on rhino horn trade both in South Africa and internationally, that both those bans will be struck down.
And it's everywhere. They are everywhere, and they are corrupting everything because they are infusing their political agenda into everything. You know what? Try this. Hillary Clinton, the campaign, has gone out and made a major media buy on the Weather Channel. Now, some people think, whoa, man, that's brilliant. I don't know. You're watching the Weather Channel because you really want to find out where the hell this thing's going and all of a sudden here comes a Clinton for president commercial talking about what a reprobate Trump is or whatever it is. Could backfire out there. By the way, we have Ditto Cam here. It's a strange angle. I'm not avoiding looking at you. It's just odd. I don't like looking to my left anyway, which I have to do here. But it...
95 WRNO.
We talk about Mahindra tractors a lot here, and I really want you to know about Mahindra owners' cargo capacity. And whether you need a tractor or a utility vehicle, Mahindra offers 0% financing for up to 84 months. So it's easy to see why Mahindra is the world's #1 selling tractor. Learn more about the toughest tractors and utility vehicles on earth at MahindraUSA.com.
Take advantage of rock bottom prices and test drive a Mahindra today at Chauvin Brothers Tractor in Belle Chase, or visit chauvintractor.com. That's chauvintractor.com.
Hiring people is probably the worst part of my job. It's such a hassle, the searching, the sorting through resumes. Most people don't have the right experience.
We started using ZipRecruiter about 3 months ago. Right from the start, you could tell it was going to make hiring a lot easier. One click and my job was posted to 100+ job boards, all the top sites.
All of the candidates came to my dashboard, and it's easy to compare them. Thumbs up if I liked them, thumbs down if I didn't. No emails and attachments, printing up docs, phone calls, none of that.
And I couldn't believe the number of great applicants we got. I had the person we needed within 1 week. I don't know how we hired before ZipRecruiter.
Whether you're looking to fill one position or 20, find the best candidates with ZipRecruiter, where your job is just one click away from 100+ job sites. ZipRecruiter, the fastest way to hire. And right now you can try ZipRecruiter free. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio offer. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio offer. ZipRecruiter.com/radio offer.
Hold on.
It's my time, Senator.
Senator Kane, Governor Pence, please.
And he gave his tax return. There they go again.
What did you think?
Pretty simple decision in my book.
Your 2016 election headquarters.
It's not over yet.
News Talk 99.5 WRNO.
John Conroy, the founder and owner of Pest Stop Do-It-Yourself Pest Control.
Back. So if you've used Clorox or Mold Kill or Mold Gel or what this other mold stuff, it's coming back in about 6 to 8 months.
How difficult is this to apply?
It's ready to use. You simply pour it in the sprayer, and you really want to make sure you treat not only the flood-impacted areas, but all the remaining sheetrock that's there too, to kill airborne spores.
So if I'm in the New Orleans area and I want to get my hands on the product, how can I find Pest Stop?
Well, in Metairie, we're located at 3512 Severn Avenue next to the Pepper Mill. On the North Shore, we're at 1417 North Highway 190. That's next to Sherwin-Williams or Villeries Flores. And on the West Bank, we're on the Palco just past the Harvey Bridge.
Bring home the fun.
Play casino games on your PC.
These are the same games you play at the casino, but you can play them at home. To get you started, here's an offer that'll save you 40% off your entire order.
Go to Phantom EFX. Choose your games and enter promo code iHeart at checkout.
PhantomEFX.com. Promo code iHeart at checkout.
Play casino games at home.
And save 40% at PhantomEFX.com. Promo code iHeart.
Friday morning on Morning News, we'll get the latest on Hurricane Matthew and the status of the LSU Florida game in Gainesville on News Talk 99.5 WRNO.
Decals. Turn any car into a vehicle that makes you feel good about yourself and so superior.
Politics, because the left puts it there. They're going to start saying that, well, the UN panel, man, if we just sign that deal, it's designed to stop hurricanes. It's just, it's so stupid. You know, it's the kind of, I felt the same way reading that I felt watching this vice presidential debate. It just insulted me. It's so beneath the dignity of the people of this country to watch. It's painful. Anyway, Alicia Machado says she's done giving interviews about Trump. She's had it. It's backfired on her, I think. We'll have details and more coming up.
I'm Lisa Luminay, trending at News Talk 99.5 WRNO at 11:30. Hurricane Matthew is moving through the Bahamas right now as a Category 3 storm with winds of 125 miles per hour, but it could be back up to a Category 4 storm when it nears the eastern coast of Florida tonight. It appears to be targeting the Cape Canaveral area. Fox 8's David Bernard had this to say.
This would be the strongest hurricane to ever hit this part of Florida since we have reliable records going back to 1851, just to show you how big of a deal it will be.
Meanwhile, the Hurricane Center says the impact will include heavy rain, strong winds, and a storm surge.
Large storm surge can be extremely dangerous, up to 5 to 8 feet above ground levels. Strong, damaging winds are also possible. Heavy rainfall, 4 to 7 inches, isolated amounts of 10 inches.
A hurricane warning extends from Fort Lauderdale to Jacksonville, Florida. Hurricane is also interrupting existing efforts